Morning guys, another day, same job. Seems like the motto of this channel. Yeah, I can just bring you up to date. I'm not too sure, I might even cut this in a couple of episodes, 2 videos or something. I don't want to drag the videos out too long. I'd say I know my videos are quite long. It just seems like there's so much stuff to try and reduce into smaller bits. Try not to talk too much on this one. Anyways, as I just said, I'll show you then. Okay guys, that's done. So next up, I want to make the bushing system for the crank. So I need quite a long drill. I might even do it in 2 parts, I'm not too sure yet. Quite a long drill, or I'll just flip it over, that'll work as well. So it's pretty much the same procedure than last. I use a spotting drill, that's the word I was looking for before. I'll use a spotting drill in the tailstock. There's my spotting drill. It just helps you to start quite true. And the other word I was looking for is a parting tool. That's a parting tool. My brain is just not there today, but luckily I've watched somebody else's video and I've heard him talking about a parting tool. I was like, oh, that's what I'm looking for, the word. Anyways, I have done this yesterday actually. So this work that I've finished off the day before, so sorry about that, it's a bit all over the place. But yeah, I'll just show you what's still on the camera. I just finished my shift yesterday, so I'm a little bit tired. Take this out of the way. Oh, it's the wrong way. Don't run it into the jaws. And I actually want to disable the lead screw. Let's do that. Bit of oil. Just give you a good start for a center point. You don't want your drill to wander where to find a spot. Just wandering at all like me. I wonder most of the time what's going on. I've got no clue, it seems. Anyways, talking crap again, rubbish again, sorry. Then I'll start with a smaller drill bit. I'll go in quite deep this time, as deep as it will go. But you need to watch when you run out of flutes. You need to retract it a lot more, because you know, when it binds, if it breaks inside, you're in a lot of pain and a lot of hurt, I tell you. It's not easy to get them things out. Anyways, off we go. Nice and sharp drill it seems. I think that's one of the drill bits that I got with the lathe. I can't remember. Once you see it start blocking up, pull it out. Doesn't hurt nobody. Just give it a bit of a wipe some more fluid just for ease of cutting, and off you go again. This is a lengthy process, drilling in a lathe, but yeah, it's true. A lot truer than I can do it by hand, I'll tell you. So, I mean, you can up the speed, but then you can burn it as well. I prefer to have it slow, and I mean this is already a lot faster than I usually go, but just let the blade do its work. Oh, the tailstock is moving back. It didn't block on me nicely. This is where I need some sort of drill operation to run it. I don't have any feed on it. Going any further. Doesn't seem to want to go further. Oh, there you go. So guys, I just broke through with the small drill bit, and I've just changed the bits over. I'm going with a bigger bit now, and do the same thing again. Now this bit really needs a bit of a sharpen. I might end up doing it, but I'm lazy at the moment. It's going alright for now. It's a bit smoky. Oh, it's running through that. I loved it. Don't push it too much. I'm loving this. Getting a bit dry. Problem is when it gets dry, it gets hot, creates friction, and then you start losing your temper on your bit. You see that's hot. You're losing your temper on your bit, they start binding up. Before you know, there's a lot of trouble goes on that. I'm a little bit eager. Yeah, I just want this to be done. Okay, I'll carry on with this and then come back to you when I'm done. Okay, so my battery went dead. I have drilled the bushing through. It's all the way through. The thing now is that the only shaft I could find for that was oversized, so I need to turn it down. No problem, no biggie. At least I've got something. So I'll start with getting a center point so I can run the last center. This has been called the last center for you guys who don't know. It's there's a bearing in there, which is quite handy. On the old I can't remember the name now. A lot of centers is solid, and then you need grease or some lubrication on there. This is a lot easier to work with. I'll use that. I quite like that actually. Let's start up. I have, by the way, cleaned these holes for the key, so that's good now as well. Nothing binding. I will just do the other side as well, because I will have to flip it over. And with this, I mean the bore on this lathe, it's only a mini lathe really. The bore is tiny, and I can't slide shafts in quite deep. With that other shaft, it was quite visible. You always like to work close to your truck. Yeah. This one I can do that, so I will do that. That's nice. But then when you work away from your truck, you want it to be supported, and that's why I need the last center on there. Let me get that out. I just want to blow if there's any swarf. Blow that out, and wipers as well, as deep as I can. Okay, I'll say it's good. I'll put the last center on there. I should have checked it before, I haven't. I hope nobody else sees this as a tutorial, because I'll teach you all the dirty tricks. Now before I lock this proper in, I just want to check that is catching on. Oh, that's a lot better anyway, by the way, this key in there. Check that it's nice in the center, and I'll lock the last center. You've got two locks on here. I don't know if you can see it. You've got your lock for lock on the ways, and then you got your lock for your mechanism that thread it in, you know, push it into the piece. You don't want any of them to move about. I've got the right bit in there. Oh, look at all of this mess. Get rid of this. It's been a while since this lathe worked. Actually, I'll just move this away. Get some of this wiped off. I'll clean it up again at some stage. Guys, some of these are quite sharp, so watch your fingers on there. I know I've been told off for using gloves, but man, I've been cut a few times, and I can't say that I like it. Anyways, I don't like wearing oversized gloves, so hopefully that counts for something. So it's this, I mean, it's just quite tight on the fingers. That's good for me. Dropping stuff again. I need to make sure it's nice and tight in the workpiece. Okay, so that's that. I'm not taking the micrometer out, we're not working that precise, so I'm just using calipers. Let me clean this out and check. I set it on 0, so my hole needs to be 12, or my shaft needs to be 12.5 millimeters. So 12.5 millimeters, or just under, probably only 12. Let me 0 that. Nice thing is I can try the shaft on there. So if I undo the 0, I can see how much I need to take off. It's not much. It's only like 15 tenths. That's alright. I'll give it a light skim then. It's almost just a sanding job. Alright, doesn't matter. I'll do that then. Okay, so that's just on the point of scoring it. Give it a bit of lube. There you are. We'll give it a light pass and we see what happens. I want to engage the auto feed. And now it's just a case of watching it. Don't let it run into the jaws. You will cry a lot when that happens. It could damage your tool post, could damage your chuck, could damage a lot of things. You don't want that. I'll just stop it there for the moment. Just check what it's saying. Couple of thou more. Let me go a couple of thou more from started. So this machine is by no means underweight now. It's such light passes. And just watch it going. I mean, to me, this is therapeutic. What's the word? I can't even say it. Therapeutic. Something like that. You know, it makes me feel good just watching the machine do its own thing. I wish on this is a very old machine. Look at this. Very old machine. And just doing its happy things. That's nice. Like I said, I want to take it apart and give it a bit of love. But I do love this old machine. It's always been good to me since I had it. while it's going, I'll just start glancing around for some sanding paper, because I'm sure I will need some. But don't walk too far, you need to keep an eye on your travel. I don't have anything at hand. That's alright. I mean the bigger machines, the newer machines got automatic feed, a lot of different ways. This one only got on your ways, on your cutting on that way. It would have been handy, but like I said, it's always been treating me well. I can't really complain or say anything bad about it. Okay, we're coming towards the end of the travel. I need to flip it around anyway, so I'll just stop it there. I'll switch it off actually. Let me try that bush on. Try it for a fit. And look at that. I want it a little bit looser. The fit. I can't really grease anything up or oil it up with the heat of the barbecue. It's never gonna stay good. It might just end up being sticky. I wonder if I'll just do scratch past. That's hardly doing anything. Let me get sanding paper. Oops. Sorry guys. I'll walk into stuff now. Watch your hands with this as well. Only a light grip on there. If it grips on the jaw, you don't want it to grip on the jaw. If it grips, you need to be able to let it rip, let it go. It doesn't matter, you can start again. I might even do it. Let's see. quite like it, but it's a bit tight still. It will wear in, especially this end for some reason. Now to take that out I need to lap it. I'm not going to do that, it's only a barbecue. I'll give it a bit more love. Probably going to be too loose a fit now. Stopper there. Check it. Yeah, that's a bit loose. Not to worry, it's longer than it is anyway. I'll just wind it out a little. 25. Try that. I think that's also a bit loose, so that should do it. I don't mind if it's a little bit loose, I just don't want it flapping about. I can't have it too tight, that won't serve the purpose. I've got a lot of space there anyway. Alright, that should do it. That's beautiful. Exactly what I wanted. So, I don't even need to flip it around. That's good. I mean, it's running into that, which could have worked, but I will need to put probably a stopper on there as well, some sort. Maybe a nut or another piece of something, just to stop it from going further than it's supposed to. Alright, the contraption that I built. Sorry, just moving stuff away. So at the moment, this fixed to the wall, that's the bottom, this is the front. So as you can see, there's a crank here, or the crank is on the back. There's threaded bar here. As you wind this up and down, or in and out, this arm will move over and then connect with the valve, the flue valve, which runs into that slot there. So what I'm busy now, I have yesterday my battery died. Batteries, I've run through a couple of batteries. Sorry, it's a bit dirty in here, but I have turned that bush there. I fixed it on the bottom of the plate, that shaft, so that it could pivot on there. And then I started looking into making a crank. This is basically it. Now this thing will also swivel as you crank it in and out. So this is at the extreme at the moment. This arm here needs to be at that same angle there. So basically it will run parallel with that plate there, something like that. Then I started looking into making a crank. This is it, just a little handle that I will fix, or the idea is to fix it into on the end of that handle there. And I started making a tube up, and that's still in a lathe. And this little digit fits on the back of that tube. I have welded it, and as I worked it down, the weld snapped. So, and I just got fed up. It was pretty late, and I decided, you know, that's enough for the day. Basically, that tube will go over this. The idea is to fix it onto the bolt with a cap on the other side. As you can see with the bolt, I'm saying it's a bolt, it's a nut, onto the nut. So the tube gets welded onto the nut, and that can't slide further than this turned bit here, so that the tube can't come off as you wind it up. I don't want it to lose the tube, so that stays in position. Then the tube goes over the top of the back end of this, and I just want to cap it off and give it maybe a little bit of a round. So, and then you wind this, and as the bar will be fixed onto, by this end, onto the crank handle, the tube will run free, so you'll have a nice crank in action. So without further ado, I think that's the word, I'll get back onto it. I need to re-weld that cap onto the tube. Probably supposed to V it out, but you know, I can't be bothered at the moment. Just want to get this done. So I'll re-weld this cap on. I want to finish that off, and then put this shaft in, weld the nut up to the tube, and then put it back in a lathe, turn it down before I weld this end onto the crank handle. Let's see how it goes. Don't know yet. We'll see. Anyways, I'll do some of it off camera and some of it on camera. Saying that, as always, thank you for all the subscribers, all the likes and all of that, all the comments, and welcome to Rusty Inventions again. Anyways, I'll get on with it. Okay, there we go. I have welded it up again. See where I was. Oh, I can't remember. This is locked down. Okay, keep it there. Let's put that there and start the old lathe up. Power is off. There you are. Just switch it on. And off it goes. Make sure it's got oil. I need to oil this one up a little. Got oil there. Yeah. Put a bit of cutting oil in my can. That's it, and we're ready to rock and roll. I'm just cleaning up the weld. I'm just going to do it with the auto feed. Get a bit of lube on it. Just doing tiny cuts. All I want to do is really clean up the weld for now. Just so, you know, it doesn't grip on your hands. Just have a nice and clean cut in it. Let's see how that looks. That's not too shabby. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so I need to turn the auto feed off. I'll lock the carriage down again. And I'll just create a little bit of a round, and I'm just playing around with it really. I'm not doing anything special. I don't have a ball turner, but I could grind an old tool bit, so it's got a quarter round on it. Well, you know what, I'm not too bothered. There just needs to be a slide round on it. Just a little bit of detail, really. And you can see it's starting to come around. And I'll just do the last bit with a file. That's probably close enough for my needs. It's nothing special really with my little file. And we're not going for ultra smooth or ultra nice handle. It's going to be outside, so I'm just trying to just make it a little bit nicer. And don't grip it too hard, like I said before. Don't do what I'm doing now. Easy as that. A lot of things I'm doing, not really the sort of thing the engineer would like to see. Got a little mark on there. I don't think I need to worry about it too much. It's probably smooth enough for my needs. Yep, that'll do. Alright, I'll go back to the welder, weld the nut on there, the other side, and never leave your chuck key in the chuck, because you forget that it's there. Start it up and there's bits flying everywhere, probably some damage. Don't want that. Alright, so that's that. As you can see, there's some pitting and holes in there. I'm not too bothered about that, as long as it's quite smooth on the hands, even on my gloves. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so I'll go back to the welder and quickly weld this up. So as you can see there, I've welded it up. So that's a unit there. I just need to turn that down a little. So I'll grip this side in the chuck, and then I can weld that to the crank arm. So I'll do that then. Right, this left hand of mine, it's still working, although I told you before of the accident I had. Anyways, don't want to dwell on the past. Let's see, I just want to lightly, that's not too bad. So it's in gear, start it up. Don't worry about the wobble. I'll just go with that to start with, and then when you start on something rough, you don't want to go too deep to start with. You'll just rip everything apart. And it's starting to take shape nicely now. Lovely. I'll just clean this edge up a little. And I'm happy with that. I'll just work it down a little on with the file. And that's the crank handle complete. I mean, like I said, I'm not too worried about, don't leave it there. I'm not too worried about polishing it up too much. Saying that, I think I'm just going to run the sanding paper on there for a little, just to clean it up a little bit more. Let me take that out of here. Where did I put the sanding paper? Here. You see that? That could easily have gripped me, but I mean the speed is quite slow. you need to be careful around a lathe. Any machinery really. Be careful. It hasn't got a brain, and a lot of things with brains anyway don't care if they hurt you. So while we're at it, I'll just do the whole thing. Just ignored what I just said about not caring about polishing this up. I know as soon as I leave it, I don't know if I'll paint this. I don't even know if I've got paint. As soon as I leave this, there will be flash, some rust, quick rust, let's call it that. And tongue twisters. That'll do the job. Now it's looking a bit more pretty. Now look at the holes. Well, that's the crank handle, and that will stay in your hand. Well, I mean, I could have put some knurling on there, but I'm not gonna. And if I can pull this out, I'll just get the plier to pull it out, and I'll fix that to the handle or the rest of the crank. So there you have it, guys. There's the crank. The handle is loose, and there's the contraption I made. It's sitting like that, like that on the wall. If I can pull it back far enough. And like I said, the action on the valve is running through there, and that works pretty smooth. I just mocked it up, just roughly put it in position, and the action works pretty well. This is out in front of the barbecue braai, a bit much more than I sort of wanted, but it is what it is now. Like I said, I've sort of had enough of this. I want to get over. I've got a lot of more projects, and I need to get on with it. So I'm just gonna drill a couple of holes in there, lay all over, and roll bolt it in position, and put everything back in the barbecue, because I stripped, or I took all the insides out to try and work this out. But that's it then. I'll show you when it's done. Okay guys, there it is. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so there you can see the valve running onto that. I've just got the bolt, and I rounded off. I think that was one of the first things, the head I rounded off on the lathe, and that runs into that channel. That's the action, that's a crank. It works pretty fine. You can see the action moving there, and I'm happy. This, I roll bolted it in a couple of spots all over, so that'll be fine, I'm sure. Brilliant. So I can put all of that back. As you can see in the background, I think it's young Miss Rusty has done the washing. Mrs. Rusty has done the fake grass. Young Miss Rusty sorted out my firewood and stuff for the barbecue braai. I need to clear that out. Well, that's a tray, that awful tray of the barbecue, but I need to clear out the back. I want to put a fridge in there. I've got power coming up to there. I need to fit in a socket, and yeah, some more fake grass here. And at the moment it was very hot, so she popped up the gazebo over top. I don't know if we'll have a roof or anything in the future, I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. God bless. Be safe.